I read that shit in the paper. I was horrified. I was like, bisexual? I could have been raped.
He's been just vilified in the social media for this, and sort of taken on the title of a transphobe, even, you know,
Right.
and it's trickled not only in that community, but I mean, it's trickled out.
You say something enough, people who aren't even paying attention
They just take that on.
They take that narrative.
The clickbait culture that we live in, it's very easy to just carry that along with you as a horrible meme, and you didn't even bother to watch any of the material, you know, which is not fair to the artist in any way. But even in this one bit, he's telling us, he's making fun of Chris Rock, one of his best friends. He says he's been clowning him for 3 months after the slap. Right. He just clowns him. He clowns Diddy in here. He clowns his bodyguard in here.
Jamie
he
Foxx.
Clowns his wife. He clowns him. Later on, he clowns himself. His face. He makes fun of himself.
Right.
This guy doesn't have any agenda on some niche group in our culture. He is a total agnostic. He jokes about things that he thinks are silly, funny things he wants to joke about, and it could be his best friend who he admits he clowned for 3 months.
Right. Exactly.
So these people that are saying he's horrible, he hates this LGBTQ community and this and that, you're full of shit. You're just completely full of shit. And if you want to see that you're full of shit, watch his body of work. Or talk to the people in that community who I alluded to this earlier, who he has helped.
Or you're not fully paying attention. It's like in life, just on a personal level, we've all had a friend come to us. Yo, you won't believe what such and such said or did. Da. And or something where they want you to take their side or come to their aid, and you're like, what? They did what? Yeah, let's go. And then you go to the other person, and then you hear their side, and you're like, oh, okay, it wasn't exactly how you described it. So you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think you have to really delve in, and also, like you said, he makes fun of everybody. And I want to tread lightly, but then again, I don't. If he's tapping any subject matter, any group, anything a little more than he should, then that's just the innate comic in him seeking some sort of correction. Because as comics, you know, not all comics, but a lot of comics, we come from a place of anti-bullying. There was a period in the 90s where you could say, like, the jock comedy kind of was at the forefront, but that was just a weird movement. I think, you know, Eddie Murphy was a rock star with leather, and then Andrew Dice Clay was a rock star. So there's a little period where there's a lot of rock star comedy, but all other forms of comedy is underdog comedy. It's for the most part, it's been a person who's either an underdog or represents the underdog. So I don't think he would punch down, but I think he would correct if he saw some kind of bullying. And I think that's the thing we got to understand is bullying goes both ways. And so this is not like, you know, some guy in the Midwest just pandering, or in the South, like pandering to a super right audience saying what they want to hear. This is not that, right? This is a thoughtful person being like, hey, slow down. Let's remain thoughtful. And that's different, because anyone can say what the crowd wants to hear. That sounds different. That's why he does the Asian joke about his own wife, because he wants to make sure you understand that I'm going to be unpredictable. I'm not saying what I think you want to hear. I'm saying what I think you need to hear. Big difference.